am by myself this morning. Well, this is going to make class easy, huh? How am I by myself? I am. It's Friday. I'm here. My phone's not burning up, so. Call Ruby. Well, here I was thinking that everybody would want that I would have a pile of people on and we would want to do this, and apparently nobody's here. There's no Juther link. Great. Ava missed a day. There we go. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, how are you today?
I am fabulous. How are you?
Alive and kicking.
I hear that one. I think it's just you and me. Like, this is the weirdest thing ever.
Nobody likes us. Did I really piss everybody off?
Apparently they knew you were coming, dude. So tell me, like, just talk to me, like, how you been? How's things going? Challenges, what do you got? How's lead gen?
Right. I got this one client, it's a pain in the ass. Makes me
I
cry
know.
2 hours.
Makes me go all the way
Wants to
up to
bicker about my income.
that made me laugh. I saw the 3% and I'm like, they're paying me 3%. I mean, because my God, what is 3% of this thing? Nothing. And then I saw your thing and I was like, and then I saw your response. I was like, yeah, hell no. That was funny. Good
No,
morning.
well, I do that because there's a lot of places around here paying 2.5.
I did it all the time. Everything I ever listed, I listed at a 6 or higher. Sometimes I listed higher, especially for land. And then I did 3.5 on my side and 2.5 on the other side. And if the agent on the other side ever balked, I was doing short sales. And I was like, no, I'm not paying you anymore, because here's the deal. At that time, the banks were coming in and cutting commission on a regular basis unless you fought really hard. I'm like, if the bank cuts commission, I take it on my side and you don't take a hit. I pay out 2.5% no matter what. And then they shut up. I'm like, I am not, and plus the bulk of the work is on me. Like, you
I've never had anybody. Only one girl called me up and fussed about it, said she was going to report me and this, that, and the other. And yeah. And I said, well, the whole deal comes down. I made a contract with a person to sell their house, and they agreed to do what I had offered you. That's what they wanted to give you. So that's the way it works. I have a contract. If you don't like that, then you go get the contract yourself to sell it. And that's how you make that money. Now, depending on the deal, I try to go after 7. When I do go after 7%, I never have a problem. I keep 4.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it, but it's in a price range. When the lower price range, it's kind of hard, to ask for more because there's not enough money there for them.
Right.
But all of my buyer's contracts, that's my buyer's contract.
Got it.
I have literally walked away from buyers because they wouldn't sign 2 of them.
Right. Hey, that buyer contract that you tossed over to me, can that go into a DigiSign DocuSign? Because I think right now it's to be printed.
Can it be formatted?
No, do you have it into a DigiSign?
Yeah, that's a PDF.
Oh, I gotta go.
I uploaded into Form Simplicity, and then I just put the boxes on it.
Okay, I'll go look at it again because I was on my phone last night and drugged up after the thing, and so whatever.
What are you wanting to do?
No, I just wanted to I wanted to go click, click, click and sign it. That's what I wanted to do. So if it,
Did- Wait a minute, you couldn't do that?
sweetheart, I was drugged up out of my gourd last night and on my phone. So I don't know. I know we have the contract in there. I will look again at the other thing, but if I can't, I will let you know.
I'll let you know before we get off of here.
Okay, all right. It is 8:35, which is realtor time. Let's get started. Good morning. It's good to see you again, David.
Good morning. No, I just had to watch Bloomberg to see how the employment numbers went today.
Very cool. And
Things seem to be starting to slow down tad, the economy in general. I can't say about your location or mine, but it seems like it's starting to slow down, but this is not news.
It's not news and it's not anything to be afraid of. And it's been so crazy wild that, you can doomsday spin anything you want to doomsday spin.
Yeah.
Yep, or you can see the bright side. Well, let's get going. Today, we're going to do something completely different. So if you don't have pen and paper in front of you, get at least one sheet of paper and a pen in front of you. So let me know if y'all are there and we will do it. Michael, I cannot see your lovely face if you care.
The question is, do you care?
I love seeing your lovely face. Are you kidding?
Are you happy now?
That is a silly question to ask.
Stomp your feet, clap your hands. Are you happy now?
I am happy now. All right. So I won't tell you what we're doing. I'll just tell you one question at a time what we're doing. And what we'll do is we'll start off with this question. Let me see, let's start off with this one. Who in your life do you admire, like really admire in your life? And it can be somebody that you know personally. It can be a celebrity. It can be a cartoon character. Just who in your life it works well if you know the person, but if you don't, that's fine. Who in your life do you admire? And what is it about them that you cannot name yourself? So write down one or two people, or at very most three, and then just a couple of traits that person has that you admire, or a little phrase of what it is that you admire about that person. So who do you admire and what is it that you admire about them?
Dead or alive?
Either. So Michael, you can name yourself.
I'm both.
Exactly.
Mentally dead and physically alive.
I'm still kind of druggy from the yesterday procedure, so I'm a little, but anyway.
To answer your question, yes, that was done.
Thank you. And look up when you got it. All right, I got one, I got another one. And Kathy's almost there. All right, so who wants to share? I'll start and then we'll go around just really, really briefly, because we've got 4 questions, 3 questions I really want to get through. So I'll start. My grandma's one, and my grandma, because she lived life on her terms. And before anybody else is living life, women were living life on their terms. She's an amazing woman. My hubs, because he's just really good and really just. He's a just good, just, human being, not a just good, and Jesus, because he's my one true hero. He's my first hero and he's my hero. So those are my 3. So what do you guys got? Yes, David.
First, my father. When my father and mother were married, when my father graduated from Stanford, that would have been probably in 1922. They had $20 between them. When my father passed away at the age of 56, he was making probably $3 to $5 million a year at his own. He had his seat on New York Stock Exchange. seat on the curb, which is known as the American Stock Exchange, had his own investment company.
Wow, that is way cool.
So, you know, he had drive that I that I wish I had. And my background's from equity investing. Wyckoff, and I don't know Wyckoff's first name, but he wrote books, and he was a great equity strategist, and he's passed, and people are still using his methods today. And so also my father didn't like real estate.
That's funny.
Never owned a house, always rented. Didn't want to tie capital up in real estate when he could put it into the equities market.
Interesting.
So anyway, those are my two.
Love it. Michael or Kathy? What do you got quickly?
I put down my great grandma, and because she was reliable, she was somebody I could always count on. She was steadfast. Her faith was so strong that she was just incredible. And then I put down Maya Angelou because I don't think without her writing, I would have made it through a difficult time.
Very nice. Michael?
Well, I think most people like me are just total idiots in the world, but you know, as far as looking up to people, it's hard for me to look up to people because I see a lot of flaws.
Me
And
too.
most people are not genuine. My dad, I have a lot of respect for my dad and my mother's father, because they were high school. My grandfather didn't even graduate school. They were hard workers, and they taught me how to work. So if regardless wherever you are, whatever you do, there's an ethics and there's a way to work. And that's what they taught me, is no matter where you're at, you can feed yourself
I
by just
love that.
getting up and going to work.
And I agree with you on the seeing the flaws. That's why, I mean, for me personally, I came to Christ when I was about 30. And there was no hero in my life. In school, like, write about your hero. Never really had one until finally I had one. And so I saw the flaws also. So the cool thing about this exercise are those things that you named, like David, your drive, and Michael, the hard work, and the things that Kathy, that you named and that I named. Those are who you really are, or who you aspire to be. And I can completely see that. I'm working with Michael right now on a transaction. I can completely see that about you, about that hard work and that drive. So those so that's who you are, or who you aspire to be. So hold those things aside, like the couple of words that were drive and hard work and those kinds of things. So set those kind of aside. My next question is this. I want to know, okay, go one way or the other. I'm going to go with this one. This one's a little bit harder. Everybody has a superpower. I don't know what your superpower is, but everybody has one. And what I mean by it is this, and it's not, stopping bullets or whatever. For me, my superpower is this. I've got two of them that I can think of off the top of my head. The first one is I am really good at telling you really bad news in such a way that you're like, oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate that. And I learned it from doing short sales. The house did not sell for 9 months, and I had to talk to you for 9 months and keep your head in the game and tell you the bad news that nobody gives a crap about your house again. And so that's one of my superpowers. And then one of my other superpowers has slipped my mind. Oh, I am loophole girl. Like, I can find a loophole through pretty much anything. And I'm very, very much a stickler about if someone says like, this is the law or this is the rule, I'm like, fair enough. And I don't break it, but I will find a way over, around, through. And if nothing else, then I'm going to push up against that rule, and I'm going to work through why that rule should be changed. But I don't break it, but I usually will just find a way around, through, in over whatever through, so I'm loophole girl. And I've had to sit with my brokers on occasion and go, look, I won't cross the line. I will come right up against it, but I will not cross that line. So then they knew, once they knew me, that they didn't have to worry about that. I would not cross the line, but I'm going to come up against it. So those are my two superpowers. What is your superpower?
Putting it nicely, guiding people.
Doing
Putting it
what?
the way guiding people. The way I put it is manipulating people.
Oh, you're really, really good. Tell me about, give me like a little tiny story about what you mean by that. So we actually still like you at the end
You
of the
just
call.
went through it.
What part was that?
You just went through it.
Okay, tell me what you did.
Gave you all the details,
Yep.
showed you all the information,
Mm-hmm.
told you the issues,
Mm-hmm.
and we signed a contract.
I really do appreciate how that was handled. And that is a superpower, because you did start right off with, look, this is this, this is this, this is not a big deal here. This is this, it looks bad, it's not a big deal here. Here's what the solutions are. Are you ready to move forward? Yep.
With a clean contract.
Yeah, well,
That's the way most of mine go.
it has to go nice and clean. So perfect. So your ability to manipulate, guide, your process that you have, that's your superpower. Does anyone know what else their superpowers might be? And it could be anything. Like maybe you can pick the best restaurants. I am really good. I can order my husband a drink out of the whole drink menu and he will like my drink. I'm like, I have a superpower. I know what you like. I'll read the ingredients. And I'm like, that's the one you want. And I can do it just like that. And he'll go through it and I'm like, just get that one. Trust me on this. You're going to like that drink.
You should be a bartender.
No, because it's sticky. It's gross. I worked, I've done some charity work where I've worked like wine festivals and stuff like that. And
The
no,
wine festivals are where you're going to meet
yes,
your customers.
I agree. And that's awesome. And I agree with that also. So I got two things. I swear to God, I have face blindness and I will card you 18 times. I don't care. You look like you're under my age, which is old. I'm going to card you. And they're like, I was already here and you probably were, but I have no retention and I'm carding you again. So good bartender and that'll listen to your stories. Bad bartender, sticky, and I'm going to card you 18 million times and I'll never retain the thing you tell me. Probably good at keeping secrets. All right. Who else has got a superpower? Kathy, I can tell you have one.
Oh, no. I'm not good at this at all.
Okay, hang on. Wait right there. Right there. When things like that come out of your mouth, what I want you to picture is putting that crap on a t-shirt. I'm not good at things at all.
I'm okay with that.
For me, it's the funniest t-shirts that ever come out of my mouth. That ever come out of my mouth. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm putting on a t-shirt. So when stuff like that comes out of your mouth, I want you to put it on a t-shirt. You're good at stuff. You know about mushrooms. If I went up,
Not enough. I'd get you killed.
you would die if you went with me because I haven't, or you would have a very good trip. I'm not really sure which. It's not gonna be pretty, but you do. You know plants, you know nature, you know all those kinds of things, and I don't know any of that stuff. Well,
The only thing I can think of right this second is that I'm going to be honest and you may not like it.
okay. And that's another good t-shirt. Bring it on.
You know, that really is the only thing I can think of. And I don't think that's a superpower.
That's a total superpower. It is a perfect superpower. I'm going to be honest and you may not like it. That's your superpower. I knew you had one in there. What's your superpower, sweetheart?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Memory.
Perfect.
Except I, like you, not faces. You know, if I see you out of context, if I'm used to seeing you in the bank and then I see you in the grocery store, I don't know you.
Right.
But otherwise, and thinking outside the box.
Bingo. Perfect. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Okay. My last one is a quirky thing or two that you like. And it can maybe not even seem very quirky to you, but it is something that everybody else, well, many people don't like, and maybe there's a smaller group of people that like it. So while you guys are thinking and doing that, my quirky things that I really love that probably aren't really that quirky, I love games and puzzles. I love them. If you give me a puzzle, I will, even just like the little cardboard puzzles, I keep all the pieces in the box. I don't take them out and I never look at the picture. I'm like, nope, because that makes it way too easy. And I will put together the puzzle without looking at the picture or having the pieces out laid out or anything. Games, I will kill you dead. And I will keep on playing until I kill you dead. I will figure it out and I will play. Again, I'll play by the rules. My dad used to get pissed at me because we'd play Stratego. When I was a little kid, I was like 4 years old, we'd play Stratego. And my grandparents taught me how to play chess when I was really young also. Not good at it, but I can play it. And Stratego, you have bombs. And then behind there, you're supposed to put your flag. And the goal is to get the flag, but the bombs will kill you, blah, blah, blah. Well, I would put all my bombs all over the place. And my flag was just sitting somewhere completely unprotected. And my dad would hit my bombs and he would be like, yes. And he'd get his little miner out there to kill my bombs. And then I would kill him every time. And he's like, that's cheating. Box says not cheating. So I will play games and that's part for me, my quirky thing that I love is part of that loophole. It's finding that loophole, finding that way around it. So what's something quirky or different or unusual that you enjoy doing?
Just remind me not to play Parcheesi with you.
I love Parcheesi. Any game where you can send somebody back to home. Oh, die.
Well, the problem with that question is I don't think I'm quirky. It's everybody else's issue.
Exactly. So what is the stupid
There's nothing wrong with
that
me.
you don't do? Michael's very good at balancing on top of a pedestal.
Mhm.
Well, I've got a stick up my ass, so it helps.
That's how you stand there. You can turn around, but it stays put, man. All right. So what's something quirky or unusual or something kind of unique that is about you that you really enjoy or love?
My stubbornness.
Okay. But what do you like to do? You like to work in the backyard, you smoke cigars, but what else do you like to do? Do you fish? Do you hunt? Do you, I don't know, are you the biggest fan on planet Earth?
No, I'm just open to anything, anywhere, anytime.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't have any
Nerd.
preferences. Yeah,
Okay.
she's a Star Wars nerd. I go along just because that's what she likes. You ought to see the stuff she's got. Oh my God.
Okay, so next time we get together, bring her because she and my husband can just talk all day long about the cool stuff they have. So,
Okay, that'd be good.
all right. So, all right, so you're open to anything. Kathy, David.
Well, David has to think.
Put that stuff on a shirt, man.
What do I do that's different?
Or what do you like doing? Like, just what's some passion thing that you really love?
Oh, sailing,
Ah,
offshore
there you go.
sailing, Newport to Bermuda race,
ah.
too many times.
When I was a little girl, we had a 23-foot Erickson and we practically lived on the dang thing. Not really, but you know what I mean? But we're in it all the time. I love sailing. Okay, sailing is perfect. Kathy?
I think I should stay blocked out. Michael, can I have that black screen?
So I'm going to help a little bit with you. You love gardening. You love outdoors. You love everything that has
So
to
what's
do.
quirky about all that? I mean, I love to travel too.
Perfect.
Idea.
Hold
You
it. Okay. So the reason why I had you guys do all this is because of this reason. And I wanted you guys to have these things kind of put together. I keep on reading agents' bios that are the most god-awful, boring stuff I've ever read in my entire life. Gina Hansen graduated in blah, 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 and she did 56 units her first year. That's not true, I only did 4. And she has a team, and then she brought her unique skills to San Francisco, blah, blah. Nobody cares. The only reason we have websites anymore is not what we thought when we first started getting websites. We thought websites were going to be, you had to get all the SOI, search engine, SEO, SEO, and you had to drive people to it, and they were going to find properties, and and a little tiny bit of that's true, but really it's not like that anymore. All a website really is anymore is when I meet you and I don't know you, can I Google you and find you? Can I find you on Facebook, Instagram, etc.? Can I find?
I consider all that media a digital business card. That's all it is.
Bingo. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All it is. Now, why am I going to work with you? If you look like everybody else, I don't care. I'm just going to pass, because that's what we all do online. Just like when we're looking at houses, we literally, which everybody does, we literally have a whole row of houses and we go, no, 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 no. Wait, maybe? Yes. Okay. And in order to get us, when people are looking at agents and us into that yes pile, there has to be something that I connect with. And I stumbled across this back I started real estate in 2007, and bless you. And I was like everybody else in a bio, in a black suit, like just like everybody else, right? I mean, we all have that photo and that thing. And yet everybody that I met would tell me, I would say, where'd you find me? Online. And I was like, oh, what was it about? And they were always said the same thing. They said, well, you were not in a suit. I'm always in a suit in my photos, every photo. And it took me a long time to put together what it really was my bio did not say, I graduated and I did it. And the reason it didn't say that, I didn't graduate. I didn't go to college. I didn't do any of that stuff. I could not put that stuff in my bio. I had to put in that I love my favorite restaurant's the little Italian joint that has the red checker tablecloth with the candle stuck in the bottle of Chianti. I love all the quirky little spots that nobody else knows. My favorite place so far is my husband and I argue about our favorite places to travel. I say France, he says England, but that's because we haven't been to Italy yet or whatever, but it was different stuff. And what I tried to show was that I like to travel. I love all the quirky little places that locals love. And some things like that, that we've lived in the area a while, that I raised my kids here, that we love to travel, and my favorite pair of blue jeans and that are so comfortable. It was that kind of stuff, and people could relate to it. And if your bio is that I grew up in, Vancouver, Washington, and graduated from and raised up 2 kids and have a team of 7 people. And those things are true about me, but nobody gives a crap. They just don't. So I wanted to work on your digital business card, who you are, and a bio. And your bio, and out of that is going to come your elevator speech. And your bio and your elevator speech are no more than, it doesn't have to be a book. It can be 4 sentences. And it doesn't have to be, all your stats or any of that stuff. It should be about you. We raised Great Dane puppies. That was one of the things that we did. If I was still doing Great Dane dogs, I would definitely have in my bio, I would actually have a picture of me with one of the dogs. That's what I would do. Or maybe 3, but I would do something like that. So David, for you, sailing, you on a picture of a boat, not your traditional real estate picture, but you on a boat with the wind and what's left of the hair and all that.
Nice, be nice now.
I'll be nice. See, the difference between you and I, you will look good in the wind. I look like this crazy mess of the wind.
Yeah, but look at all the shampoo he gets these days.
True, that too. Yep. So that's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to be able, when people are going through and scanning through stuff, I want you guys to be able to pop out with who you are. And then the bonus is that that's what you're going to draw and attract to you. So Michael, if you're open to any adventure, then by golly, put it out there, because you will get other people that are open to adventures and not people that are timid mice, which frankly, a timid mice you would scare the hell out of, and they're never going to work with you and would make you also miserable having to work with them,
And how often do you hear me share my personal life?
How often do I hear you share your personal life? Well, I knew about your wife.
Unless we're one-on-one,
I
I don't
know.
know about it.
Because you're a one-on-one guy.
Yeah,
That's
I
the way
don't,
I am too.
I don't put it out in the public. I mean, unless you go on my social media stuff that I post up, but, and I don't post a lot there. I'm not an open person about my private life. I got a lot of skeletons in my closet I don't like to share.
This is why I don't run for political office. Now, I'm not joking. You can dig up all kinds of stuff on me and I don't even want to deal with that, right? But the parts of me, there are definitely parts of you that are worth sharing. And you don't have to be this blathering, look at every horrible thing I've ever done, or look at every mushy thing I've ever done, or anything like that. But something that's interesting about you is that you're open to any adventure. Kathy, I'm going to be honest, and you might not like it, but you will always know where you stand. David, I come from this really unique background where I understand economics, and I have and I get it in a way that other people, and I follow it still in a way that other people don't. You bring these gifts to the table, put them out there. Those are your gifts. Okay, that all makes sense?
Can I ask something off,
Yeah,
off the, you know,
you can ask off
what
the
we're
off all
doing?
you want.
I had a request yesterday. Does anybody know a commercial broker in the Fort Myers area?
A commercial broker in Fort Myers. Fort Myers is somewhere in Florida.
Right.
And we do have some commercial agents in Florida. I'm not as familiar. Fort Myers is south-ish. I'm not familiar with Florida yet, but we do have commercial agents in that area.
I'll go online and.
What do you-
get their
what do you-
name and
Miss
call.
Betty,
What are you looking for? A referral or?
Michael's right here in Florida.
I'm looking for commercial agents that can handle big properties, not, you know, for family or anything like that.
80 unit, 500 unit, what? Residential.
Hotel, buy a
Oh.
hotel, sell a hotel,
Okay.
thing, that type of thing. You know, maybe a CCIM graduate.
Okay. You got a client ready to go, or are you looking for
Yes.
545? Is this something someone wants to buy or something to sell?
This one probably may want to do both, but probably buy.
All right. You two connect, share phone number, email, or whatever's. And then while you're
I'll
doing.
put my, where's my chat? Where's the chat? There's the chat.
somewhere
I'll put my stuff.
Perfect. And while you're doing that, I'm going to share one more superpower that I have. And then I'm going to let you guys go. A nice connection, by the way. And I love referrals flying around in this. This would be cool. So my last superpower is I can build a class in about 30 seconds flat. I overslept because of the stupid drugs and everything that are in me, which is great. I feel great. I really do.
Keep them coming.
Oh, man. And I have my oatmeal right here for as soon as we're done, because I haven't eaten breakfast yet, this is not like me. I'm always up around 5:30. And I built that class in 30 seconds flat while I was grabbing my cup of coffee. So that's my other superpower. All right, you guys Michael, did you get the information out of the chat? Say yes, Michael, because I don't want to shut down the Zoom until I know you've got the info.
Just a second.
Okay.
Find a place to put it.
Okay, you find a place to put, but I want to make sure you two have the information. Tell me when. Until then, everybody look pretty. By the way, remember that stuff about putting it on a shirt? I just found this that concept out about 4 days ago, and it has made me laugh and laugh and laugh. If anybody around my life says something like, I heard somebody somewhere say, I'm such a bother. And I'm like, oh my God, it needs to be on a shirt. I swear to goodness gracious, I'm going to open up a t-shirt company and just put the stupid stuff that comes out of our own mouths when we say the really stupid stuff. I'm going to put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm such a
Got
bother. All right. Have a great weekend. I will see you all either later today, Monday Night Live, or next Tuesday. Until then, go sell a house.
All right. I'll talk to you as soon as I hear something.
You got it. Thanks, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.